we have something really weird going on. You see, at this time last year, we knew when Black Ops 6 was getting revealed. And in fact, most of the time at this point in the year, we know either when a reveal is going to happen or it has already happened. If you don't remember what happened last year we were introduced to basically the Cerberus logo alongside the Xbox Direct. And we found out during Summer Game Fest, as well as during the Xbox Direct part of Summer Games Fest, we were going to be getting the reveal on June the 9th for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And after that is when we got other things, for example, like the Truth Lies website. And on the Truth Lies website, we were given a bunch of teasers about the setting of the game, what was going to be happening, and even diving into zombies and further things like that. Now, that all took place in the month of May leading up into June 9th. Now, this year, there is an Xbox Direct happening, I believe it's on June 8th. However, the game getting announced and shown off alongside it is not the next Call of Duty game. It is The Outer Worlds 2, which is another game being published by Xbox and things along those lines. But yeah, it's not Call of Duty whatsoever, which leads me to believe one of two things. Number one, we will not be getting any information about Call of Duty at that Direct, and we might not be getting any information about this Call of Duty at all. And that is what I wanted to talk about today, the reveal for the next Call of Duty game, because I believe that this reveal is going to be immensely different than anything we have ever seen before. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. But first, I need to explain everything we know so far about the upcoming Call of Duty game, Call of Duty 2025. So the Call of Duty game that is supposed to be coming out this fall is referred to as Black Ops 7. Now, we don't know if it will be called that, but it is supposed to be a sequel to Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and taking place in the year 2035. It is supposed to include David Mason, who was a main character within Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which took place 10 years earlier in the year 2025. It is also rumored that Frank Woods will be in the game again, I believe making him 103 years old in this next Call of Duty game. And again, we don't know if this is called Black Ops 7 or not. The rumor is that the multiplayer will feature a bunch of remastered content from Black Ops 2, kind of like we saw with Modern Warfare 3. So not a Black Ops 2 remake or a Black Ops 2 remaster, but just implementing those weapons and those maps like we saw back in the day with Black Ops 2 with a brand new campaign. Now, based off of recent leaks, the campaign, the way that it is shaping out, may be very akin to Modern Warfare 3 in and of itself, as it is rumored that this campaign will take place on an open world map of Avalon that we already saw within Black Ops 6, which has many people asking whether or not it's even worth having a campaign if it's going to be like open combat missions from Modern Warfare 3. But again, everything we just discussed is based off of leaks. Now, if this is what they're doing this year and history is bound to repeat itself, we already know what the community sentiment of this game is, because when Modern Warfare 3 was announced and the game came out, even though the longevity of that game was actually really good and people tended to enjoy the updates put into that game, when it launched, everyone was talking about this being a $70 DLC, and everyone was upset about what the game actually launched with. And I think honestly the main reason for that was the lackluster campaign, but that's a whole other topic in and of itself. Now, the reveal for this year, before we look at anything for this year, I first want to take a look at what has happened in the past with every other Black Ops game. So going back all the way to 2010, this was when Black Ops 1 came out. Now, on May 18th, 2010 is when we got the first reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 1. This was essentially a trailer for the campaign, the story, and the setting of this game, telling us when it was going to take place, what it was going to look like, and what it was going to be all about. It wasn't until months later, on August 9th, 2010, when we would get our first reveal of the multiplayer and the multiplayer reveal trailer. This method of kind of spring being the initial reveal of the campaign, and then summer, generally around August, being the reveal of the multiplayer, is something Call of Duty games would do over and over again. 2 years after that, on May 1st, 2012, we would see something very similar. This is when we got the campaign reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, I just wanted to say real quickly, I think this is one of the best reveal trailers ever for a couple of reasons. First of all, it ties it back with Frank Woods in Black Ops 1. It also sets up up the universe for a future Call of Duty game. I truly believe this is the best future Call of Duty story trailer we ever got by far. But that was May 1st, 2012. And then again on August 7th, 2012, that is when they revealed the multiplayer for Call of Duty Black Ops Zeus. So again, May and then August. Now from here, things actually only got earlier, because in 2015, specifically on April 9th, 2015, they didn't just do a reveal trailer, they did a teaser, a title reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And this was like a very short teaser that really didn't show much, but linked it together with the Black Ops universe and revealed the title name of Black Ops 3. It was only a couple weeks later on April 27th, so again before May, where we got that initial reveal trailer that again is a deeper look into the campaign, the setting, and where the game would actually take place. And then it was earlier once again on June 15th that we would actually get the multiplayer reveal. So again, things were moving earlier and earlier. And again, it would follow this trend with Black Ops 4, where in March, specifically March 8th, is when we would get the title reveal for the game. This one was very, very vague, just showing off Black Ops 4. But then on May 7th, 2018, they would change up everything as they would actually do a live event. And believe it or not, this was the first reveal for Call of Duty that I ever went to. I was there live, and basically they had a stage set up, and they showed off everything from zombies to multiplayer, what the gameplay was going to look like. The weird thing about this event is right after this, we could go play for like an hour, and then we had like a half-hour travel back to the hotel, and then 1 hour after that before the embargo that we could put out gameplay. It was a really, really weird event. But needless to say, pretty much everything came out all at once very early that year in May, whereas normally we were waiting till summer or even late summer to see any multiplayer whatsoever. But then everything would change, because a couple years later they would make a change to basically all of Call of Duty, and that would revolve around a little something called Warzone. You see, what ended up happening is they had the main release of Modern Warfare 2019, but then in March they released Warzone, which ended up being way bigger than the entire other Call of Duty launch as well, mainly because it was a free-to-play game. They wanted to use Warzone to promote the next Call of Duty game. So this year, they did not have a May reveal. They did not have an April title reveal. They did not even have a summer multiplayer trailer. They waited until August. Specifically on August 14th, 2020, they started to reveal Black Ops Cold War. And the way that they did this was through an ARG by the name of Pawn Takes Pawn. Now, as far as Pawn Takes Pawn goes, there was a bunch of teasers that would lead to the map of Warzone. You would hunt down those teasers. They would bring you around the map until the date of August 26, 2020, where they would introduce an event by the name of Know Your History, which would lead to the launch of the Black Ops Cold War trailer. This was the latest a Call of Duty game has been revealed by a long shot, except for one thing. Remember how earlier I was saying this year's Call of Duty is set to be kind of a reboot of Black Ops 2, and we were going to have the same DLC issue as another little game? Well, yeah, Modern Warfare 3 was the only other game to be revealed super late. It wasn't until August where we would get a title reveal for the game. And speaking of history would actually repeat itself, because just like Black Ops Cold War, the way they would reveal Modern Warfare 3 was through an in-game event in Modern Warfare 2. With the Shadow Siege event. This was where Graves came back, and then the Coney Ultra Nationalists were introduced with Vladimir Makarov, and we would see what was going to happen moving forward into the next game. And of course, they would give us the Modern Warfare 3 trailer, just like they did with the Know Your History event in Black Ops Cold War. It was the exact same type of reveal, just years later and with a different franchise. Now, the one difference with Modern Warfare 3 is we wouldn't get any multiplayer gameplay until like October of that year, which was very late. That we would actually get real gameplay for the game, which is insanely late. And with this next year's Call of Duty set to be a very similar thing to Modern Warfare 3, but just in the Black Ops universe, I really wouldn't expect anything else. But you may have noticed that there was one game that I didn't include there, because there is one other Black Ops game, and it's the one that came out this year. So if you don't remember what happened last year, it was in mid-May, it's actually right around this time, when we started to receive teasers and reveals for Black Ops 6, showing that, like I mentioned earlier, it was going to be shown off at Summer Games Fest, specifically at the Xbox Direct. Then later on, we got a little thing called The Truth Lies, which was a website that kind of showed off a bunch of teasers for the game, for Cerberus, for when it was going to be taking place, very similar to Pawn Takes Pawn with Black Ops Cold War. And then, but finally, by June the 9th, we got the full official reveal, and after then, the hype cycle just continued on. So if everyone's going to be mad if they reveal a kind of reboot style game like they did with Modern Warfare 3, how exactly is this going to get revealed? Because with hearing nothing through the grapevine, I don't see or picture them announcing the game anytime soon. Technically, it should be any day now, any week now that it could happen. And some people are projecting that with Season 4 of Black Ops 6 is when we will start to see that. And I think the first teaser that we actually saw for this game was actually already in Black Ops 6. You see, if you hit Prestige Master within Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and then hit level 1000, you get a specific set of unlocks. And what's interesting about this is all the way through prestiging in Black Ops 6, each prestige represents a different Treyarch game. All the way up into Prestige Master, which of course after all of the Treyarch games, which one happens next, but of course the next game. And you get an operator by the name of Samuels. Samuels is a character from Black Ops 2, who of course it would make sense for him to also be in Black Ops 7, or the next game that is coming out. So they have already started to tease the game, and I'd be willing to bet the next couple things that we are going to see in the game are going to be teasing towards that Black Ops 7. But both times that this would happen, where they would use in-game events to reveal the next game, it would happen very, very late. Specifically, we are talking like August, end of summer situation. And again, history may be repeating itself here. Anyway, I truly believe that it won't be anytime soon. I have a feeling, just like Modern Warfare 3, we're probably going to be waiting later in the summer. And generally speaking, the games that are revealed later are the ones that have worse reception at launch, which I'm not gonna lie, has me a little bit worried. But that has been the history of Black Ops reveals. That is what we know for now. And if you have any thoughts, I would love to hear what you think down in the comments. If you'd like this kind of retrospective style video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on, all of that jazz. I don't know when it's coming, but when it is, we'll be covering it. So like I said, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace.
We are reaching for the stars.